Mid-dust. If I do not go to class, I'm gonna get beat up. It stinks out here. Not just one stink either. Every day it's a new stink. Today smells like, she wrinkles her nose, like that time the waste reclamation unit broke down. Yuck. You haven't noticed the smell. She sure is sensitive, or maybe she just likes the stale air inside the ship better. She doesn't want to study together because we're not. I don't have the reasoning. Anemone runs up to you. Hi, Solana. She huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, Anemone, no running. Outside, there's so much room. You run for like 5 minutes in one direction, even more after the robo-plow clears the lands for farms. I could train with her. I'm going to do some class work. I want to do some science stuff. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids. They're blindfolded. Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cyrus, one of Anemone's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs Cyrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Cyrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not their fault, Cal says. They didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach them how to play. Cal turns to you as Cyrus leaves. Sorry, Solana, he says. I was teaching Cyrus a new game, but he's more like Anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with a different kinds of game other than sports ball. No winners or losers, just having fun with your friends. You want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yes. Hal smiles and looks like it's gonna stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on the blindfold. Blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's hands on your shoulders. I'm gonna spin you around, and when I let you go, Bingus. Solid. I'm gonna spin you around, and when I let go, you gotta listen to my instructions. We're gonna walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. By the way, we were playing Pokemon during that. We were playing Pokemon Fire Red. First, you gotta walk forward first. You gotta walk forward 10 steps. Follow Cal's instructions as best you can, or make things difficult. Do your best. You take 10 steps straight forward. Hold your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden bed crunches underneath your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now turn to your right. Take 15 steps until you get to the door. Get it right. You turn to the right, walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You hear his footsteps crunch behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take more 2 steps until you outstretch hands, land on warm metal of the door. Success. Awesome. You say, you can't, Cal says, you can't help smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right, then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slow, okay? Slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. The path slopes downwards and your feet slip a bit, even though you're moving as slowly as you can. Real dirt is nothing like metal floors of stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here, Cal says. You can feel uneasiness prickle up on the back of your arms. Just keep going forward, slowly. You trust him. You slowly creep down the slope to the center of the colony, somehow managing not to bump into anything. Cal cheers. Okay, now turn a little to your right. Keep walking straight. We're so close. You carefully pick your way forward. Slowly when you hear Mars' unmistakable voice ring across the courtyard. What are you no-heads doing? Cal tells her you're playing a game. Is that a real game? It looks like Solana is just wandering with a scarf over their eyes. Aren't you a little too old for this? I don't have bravery. Maybe she's right. Embarrassment burns in your belly as you tear off the blindfold, blinking away tears in the sun brightness. You can see Mars looking down her nose at you. She sneers, tossing her braids over her shoulder. I thought you were cooler, Solana. Let me know when you're ready to play adult games. Not sure what she meant by that. You become aware of Cal standing behind you. Sorry, Solana, he says quietly. I guess it is kind of a silly game. You ask if he wants to get some Watato juice from the cafeteria instead. You spend the afternoon brainstorming ideas for more games with no winners or losers. Hi, Myra. How are you? You tell Dice that his sister Tangent wants to know what he's been disappearing to. His eyes flit briefly towards you, then stare vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried about you. He doesn't care about me, he says sullenly. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of the sweater. She doesn't care about anything about her other than her schoolwork. You just leave him alone, because why the fuck are we gonna bully this man? If I don't go to school, my mom is gonna fight me. I think I'm gonna do some creativity and persuasion. I think we're just gonna do some biology and reasoning. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologist and up-and-coming chemist. Professor Howell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. Gestures to his hollow projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. All right. Got to get 12, and we have one round to do it.
Stretch! Stretch!
I don't want to stretch. I almost fell over. I stretched. You worked well this month. +1 biology. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Mid dust to late dust. Luckily, you can also just click around. She looks up at the skies, shades her eyes. It's too bright, she complains. It's too hot, and the nights are too cold. Living on a stratospheric when we never had to experience discomfort. Remind me, why aren't we putting our resources into repairing the ship? So hot. How am I supposed to run these conditions? I could train with you, but I'm gonna study more now. There's nothing really to talk about, so we're just gonna... Solana, I'm sorry, but you can't be out here. Our children are too young and so precious, so fragile. Please stay near the ship. I'm tough enough. Well, so you are. You're growing up, aren't you? He nods and pats you on the shoulder. And you know he's thinking of Tammy. Listen, he tells you. You can see you're a tough cookie, and I'd love to have you on my surveyor team in the future. You'll have to wait a few more years, kiddo. Come see me when you're older, okay, kiddo? Dejected, you drag your feet as you walk back through the gates to safety. Psst. What's that? You look around questioningly. Psst. It's Dice. He's been hiding behind some bushes. That's so typical. He puts a finger to his lips and motions for you to follow him. Sure, you figure why not? He leads you silently along the wall towards the garrison, then crouches down in the bushes between the sports ball field and the security pavilion to fiddle with something. Suddenly, he's gone. What? You check out to make sure nobody else noticed, then scuttle around to where you last saw him. Behind some popflower bushes, there is a damaged pipe in the wall big enough to crawl through. A heavy grate keeps animals out, but it's loose. You could slide it aside to get through. Could sneak out. The adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the Aquarius swamps or the other cool places fairs get to go. You could sneak through here to explore just outside the colony wall. If Dice does it, how dangerous could it be? Bravery, perception, friendship with Dice. Sneak out to explore. Achievement unlocked. Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home via the Expedition Depot flag or the home button at the top left of the screen. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year. New collectibles have a chance to appear every season. You slipped through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone that is, except for a dark form watching you from the nearby trees. Could that be... Is that Dice? He turns and disappears in the jungle. Now that you're sure of it, that was definitely Dice. He's not allowed outside the colony either. Follow him. +3 stress. You scamper after him through the bushes, heedless of the branches, brambling, scraping at your arms and legs. Without a proper envirosuit, you get all scratched up. +1 perception. The kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dice and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. Okay. An animal. This is how we die, chat. This is how we die. No. I'm trying to remember. This was... Your way is blocked by a strange small creature with 1 foot, 4 large eyes, 2 of which blink sideways on the top of its head like frog eyes. Oh, this is a hop eye. You've heard people talk about them, but you never seen one up close. It keeps thumping its foot on the ground real loud. What's its deal? Oh, 3 rounds and we're doing great. Okay, let's try to... 10 is great start. Gotta be a way to get this. That's only 6. I have a D value? Why is that? -3 from playing sports val. Oh, so the... Okay, so... Push through. Oh, you stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you can hear a little squeaking coming from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest.
Help!
Help! You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warning at you, but you eventually lets you by. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouse. Oh, watermelons, nice and sweet like a more solid water pad pod. Munch away, spitting out seeds. Practice spitting them. Get a little more combat. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets, keeping score. Your aim improves. The top of a rise off to the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Dice? But they look away. Too tall to be Dice. Maybe another surveyor. You blink and the figure's gone. Hike over and look for clues. More perception, a little stress. You bushwhack back into the valley and look for the other path to find where you thought you saw them standing. No signs of camp or anything like obvious like a drop pack. No note saying, "I'm watching you," signed mysterious figure. Spooky. We'll return home. You're back. You spent the month exploring. We're on early wet. Alrighty. She's training. We've seen this one. I do need a break soon. Have you gone outside the colony yet? I've heard all sorts of terrible things. Regardless, we're not allowed to stay straight from the gates unless we're on an expedition. Not that it stops my brother. Cal's mom, Tira, is sitting with Cal against the makeshift. He's still sad. What does Dad want to talk about? You're looking a little worn out there, my little firefly. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R in the lounge. Maybe I just need a hug. Your dad throws his arms wide. Well, we'll get in here, Tiger Butter. After a long hug, you feel a little better. Your dad gives you incredible hugs. Nah, I don't like Mars enough to give her a gift. You know? Pain in the ass. We took the month off. I don't really want to get rid of the cards. I want to keep those memories. You're having a terrifyingly familiar dream. A monster crashes through the wall, unfathomably large, every part wriggling, moving, searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You pick through it, looking for something, tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting, no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water. It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. It's a bright flash from outside, another crack and rumble, thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with the great peals of thunder, like the footsteps of an angry beast. I'm gonna go play in the rain. Surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp, wonderful, and the dusty packed ground has turned to squelching mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arch down to the hills behind the colony. We're now at mid-wet. Alrighty. Clear-minded. I have no stress worries. Plus 10 chance to get a bonus. Nice. I think we want to study life sciences. For today's lesson, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the idle conditions, it grows at a speed of over 1 meter a day and has a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes to gesture the illustration. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You team up with Tang and Cow and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest are up to you. Tang looks up surveyor notes on the HoloNet. Mush trees are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist region of the subaqueous swamp. I can't say that word, dude. What if we use water instead of soil like they do with hydroponics? If they like wet weather, that might work. So, Lona, do you have any suggestions? Lower the water's pH, put it under a bright grow light, sing to it daily. Lower the water's pH. Fill the bucket with water and add a spark snow crystals. They're sometimes left over at the end of the quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day you rush to the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but midweek you your little mush tree sprouts up and starts its journey. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack, seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there is spark snow. You are able to conclude they probably don't like acid. Well, shit. +1 to a card change suit to strength. Okay. Got some more biology, a little less stress, but some stress. We're into late wet now. Here, I have something for you. Surprised you remembered her birthday. She looked dubiously at the gift for a moment, but then smiles. You don't have to, but thank you. Learn Tandet's birthday. Watching a construction crew building scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mush wood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it onto place. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, there was all just dirty jungle. Now it's a civilization. We've been learning about adaptability in writing and biology. The book says it's just what sets us apart from the animals. Like we don't need fur just because we can make warm clothes. And if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Also, we can sweat. She nods vigorously. Yes, also that. I read that not many animals sweat except humans, and it makes us especially good in hot places. It's like we're made to be explorers. Together, you watch the foreman put the blueprints from the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her holopod, race into the scaffolding to check the progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, she says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the first step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. Crazy. Already. What are you feeling, Cal? Hold this to your head, my darling, you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Cal sitting with his mother, Auntie Tira, who kneels beside him, holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are looking a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hello, Solana. Tira greets you with kind eyes. Don't worry. Recalitrants. Hey, landslide. Don't worry, Recalcitrants just took a tumble or something. He shouldn't have been climbing. Mom, it wasn't that bad. Sounds like something he'd do. I've been good? Hell yeah. Gone for boot camp? I wondered. Okay, you're boot camp. I didn't know if you were past it or before it, so that makes sense. I climbed it before, and it was fine. It was just slippery from the irrigation misters, that's all. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile, even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. My brave boy, Tira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. She looks over to you. Don't let him show off for you, Solana. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Tira laughs and wraps him in a big motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protests, Cal's eyes close in happiness. He really loves his mother. Well, I'm happy, boot camp. You survived it, and you're doing all right, man. Now, do I want to do science or go outside again? Maybe science again. We want to do more life science specifically to get some shit done. Alrighty. You ask a question in class and embarrass when everyone laughs. You guess it was something you were supposed to know. You thought Professor House said there were no dumb questions. Nice.
Hell.
Ooh. Now let me think of this. Bing, 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 bing. That looks like a super win. No, it's not a super win. Damn it. But it is plus 17. That's a decent one. We'll get some bonuses. The days have been shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning, you wake in the darkness and have to check your holopad to know what time it is. See a holostream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals. You can even call it morning. They named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm singing the heck inside for the next month. What's the point even going out if you can't see anything? It's gonna be a long, boring month. Oh wait, it looks cool out there. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. Out in the jungle, something new is taking place. Plants are flowering, glowing, iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There's strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars' message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back in the gates and closed for the month. There's tension in the air as if everyone's waiting for something. It's glow. Creeptacular. It's perfect for hide and seek. Solana, what are you doing out of our quarters? Did not save it here. Doesn't seem very dangerous. She narrows her eyes. What you should be afraid of here is me, if you don't do what I say, Solana. We don't know what's going out there this time of year, so you and the other kids are going to keep your butts in the ship. Stars, it's beautiful though. Feels different. I don't know, just different. You ask him what he means, but he shakes his head and stuffs his hands in the pockets. I don't have anything to give him. Can we sneak out? No, we cannot. We're gonna be stuck. Like, I'm gonna study life science. This week's biology class, you'll learn about predators and prey. Who can tell me what special thing Hopeyes do when they see a predator? Hands shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why they call it a Hopeye. That's true, but that's what I'm getting at. Tang,
Hell!
welcome back from the ads. Also, Landslide, if you're still here, welcome, bud. That's not true. That's not what I'm getting at. Anyone else? Solana, they thump on the ground to warn others. You've seen Hopeyes out in the wild, and you know they're very communal animals. One wouldn't run away without warning the others first. Then they all hop away very quickly. Duplicate one duplicate, duplicate one drawn. Okay. That's right. Solana sounds like they might have met one before. Tang gives you an appraising look. Maybe she didn't expect this from you. Get to work. Hey, surprise, baby. So if we do that, then go here. Nice. Biology, some reasoning. It's daytime when the emergency siren starts. Well, what passes for day? It's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gate. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. Yeah, a lot of stress right now. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you use for the whole breaches and fires in the space. It's meant you were supposed to get to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means to go to assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest. I don't have enough bravery. Damn. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping sounds. Gunfire? Is the colony under attack? Hide in the creche. You find Dice in the creche and join him in
hiding under the arts and crafts table. You scared, he asked. Silently nod. I thought I would be, but I'm not. I'm not scared of stuff like this. Can't help but glance at the hollow projector on the wall that, the one that electrocuted your classmate Tammy earlier this year. The glowing bear looms over the room, and for a moment it looks more like a monster than a toy. You grew up here. It's weird to be hiding here like you're just little kids again. You hear more gunfire and yelling, but within a half hour, they play the all-clear tone. Chief Surveyor Tonin comes in to let you know it's all safe as the lights come back on. You glance at the hologram teddy bear again. Tonin was Tammy's dad. How can he be sure it's safe? How can you be sure anything is safe? You're so relieved when your parents arrive with ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness, with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were open or how the creature got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. Was it the fucking figure we saw?